Yeah, people, yeah, man, bless up, bless up, bless up. Another Premier League show, Prem podcast. Derby day, it is. Yeah, the Manchester Derby. Yeah, what a game at the Etihad Stadium, man. United fans them like me thought we had it, but Phil Foden snatched that one away from us, man. Jaja, wonderful talent. Double digits in goal in the Premier League this season. He have done what his career high 17 in our competition, man. What in the full player. I mean, we talk about this player quite some time now. Thing I'm talking about is stepped up to the first team, from Pep Guardiola came in and now he's getting, his opportunities. He's getting his fair chance of run in the game and in the team starting lineup. And you could see that his brilliance of technical player, maestro. I don't know what else you can call him. Yeah, he's going to be the next man to lead Manchester City when Kevin De Bruyne walk away. But Daniel, bless up to have him back over here again, man. I don't even know where to start, man. I don't know where to start for the Manchester Derby. Yeah, but trust me, that first goal from Marcus Rashford, yeah, that first goal, wonderful. We scored that goal on the run of play. Yeah, I didn't expect that. I was thinking that ball was going to go over the bar, bro, but it went under and Edison, he stand no chance. But that first 15 minutes, Manchester City just all over United, and United just got that goal and run up, as I said. But Paul, I don't know what you want to say about that first half of play, especially in that first 15 minutes.
Yeah, United first 20 minutes of the game. I said first 10 to 20 minutes. United was really good, and Rashford, as I said, with a brilliant strike and
Yeah,
a run off play. City did start that game very very intense was up, like the pressing game, like it was like they're off for it, and then Rashford with a brilliant strike. One, I would say, if he tried that another 10 times, he probably scored that two times. If he
two
tried that
times.
again,
Yeah,
yeah. So United thing I went out there with a very good game plan, very good setup. You have to put in fact that the players that is available, they're missing a lot of players. So, that was the only team that he could have went out there with. And, there's nothing else he can do. But, um, yeah, what I see from United in the first 20 minutes, it was this was what they really go there to do. And then
yeah.
after the 20 minutes, Man City just dominated. They just couldn't score all around with a sitter miss. Yeah, he been missing a lot of sitters recently, but
Oh, you missed that one. 1 yards away, 2 yards away from the goal
I,
line. How did he miss it?
I don't know. I think that one come up on him a very high, but with him, one of the you can say the best finisher part Harry Kane right now in the game.
Yeah,
You'd have think that that ball would have been in the back of the net. But he did miss a sitter against Chelsea with his header the last game. So, um, yeah.
Um, look, it finished a big, massive scoreline last season at Etihad. Both players who scored today, Phil Foden hat trick, Erling Haaland hat trick, and both of them, and the score sheet again. But I have to say, Manchester City, they have been doing this. Yeah, they have collect. I think Liverpool is the only team this season have collect more points than them from coming from a losing position. Yeah, they collected 21 points this season, but Manchester City, I don't know if they can afford to do this, from now until the end of the season. Because when you really look at, how Liverpool is really going, yeah, they just don't look like they're going to fall anytime soon. Arsenal, is scoring goals for fun. Yeah. So I think Pep Guardiola, have to do something about that. But from the Barcelona days until now, the Barcelona, the Bayern Munich, the Manchester City, why is it that Pep Guardiola team, whenever he comes up against other opponents that that really set up them team to play the counter-attacking football. You could see it in the Dare Classic here, between Dortmund and Bayern. Jurgen Klopp used to, a semi-high press and try to hit him on the counter. And every time, a team set up their team to do that, it's like it's always worked. Jose Mourinho in his days at Madrid, Aglisman and in his days at Leipzig, they just sets up their team to sit back, defend deep and attack in the transition. And most of the times, teams really get away with it against Pep Guardiola team. They might not win the game, but they scored some goal. So I don't know if you want, you want to zone in on that, why it's so easy for a Pep Guardiola team, other team to come in and play the transition game just like United did today.
I don't think it's something that you can prevent. Because the team is his team very play a very high line. It's not all the time team do able to capitalize on it because if you look, you look at the record, he wins so many games, so you can't say it's not all the time it does work out, but it work out, especially when it comes up against the better team. It always cost them because that means that the team we are play against have to have that those players that can execute that plan. You get what I'm saying? So, I don't think it's something you can stop. I just think that you have to just hope, say, your high line is at the right position, and the team when you come up against, if they have like quality players who can very good on counter attack, like a Liverpool, a Dortmund, but then a Real Madrid when they used to have that Benzema, Ronaldo, and Gareth Bale used to hit on counter attack. So, and so it's not all the time it does happen, but I don't think it's something you can stop happening. I just think that it's just does the way how Pep want to play, and it's risk-taking football. You get what I'm saying? Even though say, this is a risk, just like playing on from the back.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can lose the ball and the team capitalize and score upon you, but it's all about risk-taking football. And I rather my manager play risk than play as a coward. You get what I'm saying? But not all the time it does work.
Yeah. But when he comes up against big managers, better quality teams, it's just like the players and always rip his team apart. When Jose Mourinho was at Tottenham, they haven't beat Tottenham, in their home ground. They will do it. Go back, to the as you said, Gareth Bale and those days at Tottenham. But so a big win, for Manchester City, keeping tack with Liverpool. Liverpool is going really strong. But I want to zone in a little bit on that back line. It's like whenever these games, City have these rough periods, playing against these opponents that giving them a lot of problems in the transition, Kyle Walker is just that player to always bail him up. And he made a last-ditch challenge on Marcus Rashford to easily go in. That if he went through that, probably would have been 2-0. Probably would have been game set for them. But do you think Pep Guardiola need to start to recruit players that really quick without the ball?
Yeah, I think he do, but I think he do. I think Edison play as an extra centre back. Like he play very high. Like if you can realize that even the challenge on Garnacho, that was Edison. You get me? So they do, even though you wouldn't say Diaz is fast. You wouldn't say it.
But it's something that it's a Pep Guardiola thing. He bought Mascherano, he break him down into a centre back. Pure, and later in his lateral part of his career, is not the quickest. Piqué is not his quickest. You know what I'm saying? You go back to Bayern Munich, he took Avi Martinez from a CDM to a centre half. He's not the quickest. Jerome Boateng is not the quickest. So you see, even at Manchester City, it's just that maybe that's his thing, that he's not going to play with a lot of quick centre half, as maybe the quicker centre half don't come in a lot of pace. Maybe the quickest player that they have in the back outside of Kyle Walker, it's probably the Croatian, Gavidol, probably him and probably Ake. But others some that, not many players, in Pep Guardiola defensive line blessed with pace, but I want to zone in on United right now. I feel like Ten Hag, Ten Hag, especially the players deserve some beating. You see that this team can play tactical if you need them to play. When you really look at it, he's trying to play a transition game, defend deep. But I saw a few things in the game that he took Johnny Evans, stepping up to the midfield, trying to get the press whenever John Stones or Rodrick picked up the ball, and one of the CDM, which is Mainu or Casemiro, will drop back in that defensive. So that's like a little tactics right there. And he set up the team as Marcus Rashford to play as a number 9. But when the game unfolding and minutes going on, Garnacho and Rashford keep on switching opposition wings. Bruno coming from that left hand side as like a false 9. So you see that he has a plan. And how you want to play Manchester City. Why he can't just do it, consistently, something, even with, other opposition teams that's even going to sit back, come up with a plan how to break them down.
Because when they play against City, it's very easy. 90% of the time, they're not going to have the ball. When you play against team like Fulham and Old Trafford, you as a Man U fan, you're going to expect when you need to have the ball
90%.
To break down that team, right? You're not gonna. It's easy for you to sit back, have a taxi, sit back, wait. If they make a mistake, you pounce on them. But when you have the ball and you need to break down a team, especially at home, a relegation team, a lesser team where we have to defend, I don't think we're gonna have the players for do that type of football. I don't think Rashford want to play counter-attack. Garnacho want to play counter-attack.
Yeah.
Bruno wants to be the one where lob the ball or pass the ball. Him can't break down play. Him can't break down a team. These are players that wants to play on the counter-attack football. So when they come up against team that sit back, when they cannot break down these teams, you get what I'm saying? It's just don't have the players to do it. That's what I think. Just don't have the players to play the knockout move what City do to move a team, shuffle them across the field and stuff like that. Don't have the players to be patient enough. Bruno always want to make the final pass. As him get it and him look up, him and look for play the final pass.
Yeah.
Him not have the patience as a Kevin De Bruyne, a Bernardo Silva, or a Rodri to knock our move, keep it. Bring the team side to side. You get what I'm saying? Bruno don't have that patience. Rashford wants to hit on the contact. Play it through. Don't. Garnacho, play it through. Don't. Just don't have the players. You get what I'm saying? So even though I think Ten Hag sometimes get tactics, because even in the game, it makes substitute too early.
Yeah, and your substitution report.
One will say who not gonna really bring off at the bench because I'm missing a couple of players and things.
Yeah.
But is Rashford tired? Why Rashford not come
Oh,
out?
I tell you the truth. If I was a coach, them players have to die out there. It's a derby game. Yeah, the team is playing good together, and as soon as you start to make different substitutions, there is like a misunderstanding, in the midfield. I remember, Mainu off the field. Anthony came on, and I think Anthony was going to give us something because he is a very good player when it comes down to keep the ball in a little pocket. He's really good at that, but his end product is not good. But I was thinking, maybe he's going to do something good, release a player, but
he was poor when he came on. Anthony was poor.
You just cannot take off Garnacho and Rashford in the same game. Who you going to bring on? Forcing is a young kid.
I've never seen Fergie taking off Rooney in a derby match. Never seen him take off Ronaldo in a derby match. I've never seen that. Rashford, the highest earner. He's the highest earner in the team. He's your what you say, your superstar player. Why is he coming off? one of the biggest game of the season.
Especially you don't even have a Rasmus Oyland, someone that can give you an edge, attacking players, but it's just tenor. It's been happening, since the start of the season. Substitution's been poor, really poor, poor, poor. But I have to give Gallows a lot of credit of clamping down on Jeremy Doku. Not many right back in the league done that. And it down to the United tactics. Every time when Doku get on the ball, is always Dalot in front of him, and it's always is either another two player is blocking that cutting on his right foot. And I have to applaud, Tenor for that. A couple more things there. He made some really good technician move, but it just didn't work out, especially, gave up that last goal. You could see that both the defensive players in the back four and the midfielders, the legs were getting weary, gave all on that goal. But, the better team won. They have been playing all of the football from minute 1 to minute 90. So, they on a move, they on a mission. So, let's see where Manchester City can go from here, because it's just a team that is always going to rock and roll. But Marcus Rashford is like every time, whenever there's a controversial interview comes up, it happened at Nottingham Forest. That remember he scored that goal at Forest in the Premier League. They question his credibility. No, he came out and said, he know about the media. I know the media heard. You don't want anyone question his credibility of his commitment to the club, and boom, he came up with the answer. So it's like he's going to have to get pressured every week, to come up with the goods. But we're going to move on, from Manchester City. We're going to talk about your team, that game that you drew 2-2 at the G-Tech Stadium against Brentford. You really call Brentford versus Chelsea a London derby? It's really a that London derby?
Yeah, I think it's a London derby, but not as. I think Chelsea and Brentford do have a little issue, but
is it West London? They say
I think it's West London. I think it's
Fulham and Brentford is from West London. I know Fulham is from West London.
Yeah, I think Brentford. I'm not quite sure if how far is the distance, but I think it's a West London derby, but it's not as feisty as how you'd say we and Fulham are, Arsenal and Tottenham. But yeah, it's a derby. It is a derby. Yeah.
It's a suburb area, in West London. So
okay.
it is a West London. But I have to give this player a lot of credit. I have seen massive improvements from him, going forward. His crosses is getting better and better. It seems like he's getting into that rhythm where he's going to be one of Chelsea, most important player, Malo Gusto, the Frenchman. He is playing some really good football. Even in the final, that you guys played against Liverpool, he was excellent. And again, he put in a really good attacking performance against Brentford. But I feel like if this can be the Malo Gusto going to go forward, it's going to be a problem with Reece James, especially when he's going on injured. But that ball that he gave Jackson, to be honest, bro, I'm not expecting Jackson to put that ball in the back of the net as he leap over two Brentford defenders. Kudos to the man, wonderful goal. But sums up that game for me, about Chelsea, against Brentford, 2-2 draw.
I must say, we started the game so good and we was dominating. We could have scored more if Jackson did take that chance when he went around the keeper and stuff. And Gusta, he have been one of our best player this season. Since Reece James come out, from in the summer we signed him and we seen our preseason. I said, oh, this is a top player. Like him going forward, and plus he can defend. And I must say, he was one of those. He did lock down Doku too. Him and Reece James in that. Remember that game he have against City a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah.
He did really lock down Doku in that game as well. So he's as much as he's good going forward, he's very good defensively. And I have a solution for him and Reece James play in the same team. You might not see this, but he's very good at the left side too. Like he's very good. He reminds me of Cancelo. When Cancelo was at City, I'm
Yeah,
playing left back and
yeah,
cutting. I think if Reece can still be fit and come back, I would play Gustard on the right side because he's very technical as a right back. But overall, that game, we dominate the first and then second half we just I don't know what Pochettino is telling the players in the dressing room. Every time we come out second half, we look slow, we look sloppy. Like me don't know if I tell the man them so yo, go out there, sit back for a look. If we can get another goal, get another goal. But sit back and let the team dominate. It happened in the final. We take so slow to start up. We was dominating the whole first half and come out second half. It
yeah,
have to be the manager because this has been a very repeated thing. But you know, Brentford they scored two brilliant goal from Remnium, is
that's
it
it.
Bessie? Bassi and you know
Oh, Wisa?
Wissa with a brilliant overhead kick. So,
Yeah, really
you
good coach.
know, Pochettino made some substitute, bring on Sterling. Sterling was, you know, Sterling have a very good game. This have been his first good game in a long time because he have been poor overall. Now we get the equalizer from Desase, but overall very disappointed. You know, nothing really is to say. You know, I'm just ready for the at this point, bro, I'm just ready for the end of the season so we can figure out what are we gonna do with this coach because I feel like he is very negative and he's holding back this team to develop. Like I must say this thing too, Modric. How is he gonna develop if every time when he play a good game, you score and then you dropped him? Like how you expect him to have that consistency going forward? You get what I'm saying? Like he's not managing the kid properly. That's my take, you know. But not much else to say from Chelsea. You know, this has been a very bad average season, you know. But
What
hopefully
about
we can.
what about like I know you guys play that three in the back against Brentford. What about if you probably pull either Caicedo or Gallagher out of the team, bring back Palmer and either play Modric or Raheem Sterling with Jackson up front. I don't know. Is it that's something that you see probably maybe can work because you wouldn't
I
want to put Modric on the wing playing a wing
I
back.
don't want a battery.
You don't want a
Playing a
battery.
No, playing a battery is gonna have one less attacker, and we're gonna have to suggest what you're saying. We're gonna have to do. We're gonna have to pull one of our midfielder. We can't afford to bench Caicedo or Enzo. These players cost over 100 million. They have to play. You get what I'm saying? There's no pulling. I don't want a back three. Four defenders, two older midfielders, Enzo and Caicedo, and number 10, two wingers and a striker.
I just
That's
feel
the
like
way
if I
forward.
just feel like if a coach can come in and free up Modric position where he just can go anywhere on the pitch,
I
just
think
play.
Modric I think Modric can play the number 10 and you can put Palmer on the left side and play maybe if we get another maybe Sterling on the left. I think Modric can play on number 10 because he played number 10 position in the midweek against Leeds and he
Yeah,
did really good. If you see the finish the goal where he scored, that was a number 10 position. And he have an eye for a pass. People might not see this. Modric does have an eye for a pass. So I think not he could have I mean, Pochettino is all time there. But if you can bring in a good coach that can bring this all time, he will be a top talent.
yeah, because he always play that free role coming off left at Shakhtar Donetsk. You go
Yeah,
anywhere you want to go.
yeah.
But again, it's Chelsea in a bigger club. That's Chelsea in a 2-2 draw there against Brentford at the GTEC Stadium. Liverpool. Oh my God, another late goal again. Nunes. Look, before this game started, when the time came to look at the starting lineup for Liverpool, the first player I was looking for was Nunes to see Is he going to start? Is he going to be on the bench? Is he going to fit enough, to sit on the bench? But when I saw Darwin Nunes on the bench, I was like, okay, maybe he's going to be that X factor for Liverpool, in this game, because I was like, this game is going to be really crucial, at the City ground against Nottingham Forest, and I think Forest haven't beat them in their last two games, at the City ground, going back, I think, at 2022, but. When I really look at this Liverpool performance, they created a few chances, but oh my God, it's like it doesn't matter who starts for Liverpool, who is on the bench coming on. It's the same old Liverpool. This team is just like it's just getting better, and it doesn't matter if it's the kids. That's why I said Jurgen Klopp is probably the best, not one of, he's probably the best manager right now of developing young talents and integrate them into the squad. I haven't seen anything like this since Fergie, walk away from the game. Jurgen Klopp, man, he's doing a really good job, especially you see him won the league with player like Gigi Wijnaldum, Henderson and Fabinho in the middle, players like that, Divock Origi, Shaqiri, but oh my, Paul, when you look at this Liverpool team, I had something that late winners after 75 minutes. The Nunes Brace. Remember that game against Newcastle? He came off the bench and got that winner for them. The Diaz late goal, when he drew the game, with Luton Town, 95th minute goal. Trent, that wonderful shot outside of the box at Etihad Stadium where he came back and drew that game 1-1. The Fulham game, they were down and they came back, 2 goals in the last, I think 2 goals in 3 minutes, that Trent goal again. And the Harvey Elliott goal against Palace, that's a wonderful goal also. Liverpool have been left in a lot of games late after the 75 minute. Again, we talk about Manchester City, going behind and have to do it the harder way, but Liverpool is like they're doing it more comfortable than City. So I want to zone in on Liverpool's season so far, especially this game they played against that Forest.
I never really watched that game, but as I turn my TV on, I see that Nunes scored. But overall, I think it's a mentality thing with the team. Klopp leaving, and these players really, really putting their life out there. Including the young players. A manager that help you become this top player.
Yeah.
So whatever they takes, you're gonna put your life out there. You're gonna play to the full 90 minutes, and I think it's a mentality thing with this Liverpool players this season, especially knowing that Klopp not gonna be there. So it's like Fergie leave Manu and ruining them, Ronaldo them might put out them hard for make sure say this coach leave out and I win the Premier League and win them already win the quarterback cup, them win the FA Cup.
Yeah.
And I think them still in the Europa League as well. So, you're gonna expect this from Liverpool for the rest of the season. They have come back.
They're highly motivated, man.
They're highly motivated because Klopp going out and they want to make sure say they do everything for him. But it's not a good team to play this season because there's nothing else more that you can. If me as a coach and me, I gotta leave a club that I've been so successful at. There's nothing much else to say to these players. Just go out there and do your best. You get what I'm saying? And they're playing kids, and the team still look like the same team. All the injuries they have and stuff like that. But they're doing really good.
Yeah. Elanga missed a few opportunities in that game. I think 2 1-on-1. Your boy Odds Adai, got a little sniff. They easily could have done something in this game, but they just didn't take the opportunity. But for Liverpool next up, some crucial games coming up. They have that two-legged tie against Sparta Prague. They will play away in Czech Republic first. Then, on Sunday, it's a big game against Manchester City. And then, play home to Sparta Prague. So if they don't, be careful, they can find themselves, pegged back in the league. and find themselves out of the Europa League. And also, after that big Europa League tie, they will play at Old Trafford against Manchester United. So some crucial games are coming up for them, so they can find themselves, probably behind, in the Premier League coming up and out of FA Cup, out of the Europa League if they don't, get players back enough, get players fit enough. So let's see what Jurgen Klopp going to do over the last couple of weeks, probably the next month from now, and they have Brighton in the mix after the FA Cup. So some big games are coming up for Liverpool. So let's see what Jurgen Klopp and the medical staff will do, if they're going to get rush players back, are they just going to start to play the kids. But yeah, that's it for Liverpool right there. And we're going to move on to Luton Town, a game that I was watching. That game, crazy game. And after 2-0 up, Villa at Clement Road, and then Luton Town, for some reason, they just found them way 2-2. This is a team, started the Premier League season, everyone was like, they have to go down. Yeah, they have to go down. But guess what? Luton Town is doing their best. They just 4 points, from safety. I know, behind Nottingham Forest, who is in 17, yeah, and 5 points below Everton, who is in 16th position. Luton Town, they done enough what they could have done against Villa, but Lucas Digne found that goal. You really think that Luton Town is playing this well right now? Can they get that survival in?
I think they can, but I have a problem with the tactical with the coach. If you really look back on it, I think they have conceded a late goal in probably a lot of games this season. I think that have to do tactically. Yeah, them two open up. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
them lose a late goal against Aston Villa yesterday, the one against Arsenal, the draw that Liverpool get. But there's a lot of games that they brought themselves back in the game, and then they just throw
Even
in
the
the game in the
Newcastle
last
game.
minute. You get what I'm saying? Like, what can they do to prevent those? I think they could be picking up a lot more points.
Yeah.
I think they're kind of naive a little bit. I think they're not shutting up shop. Like, you get back yourself in the game, calm down a little bit. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's regroup.
Maybe they just hype up to be in the Premier League,
Yeah,
excited
but
to be in that relegation battle.
except I think we're not really strong battle, but yeah, I think their home farm is very good, even though they get a couple good points every year, but they just need to. I think out of all the teams, you can say Burnley. Burnley was dreadful this morning.
Yeah, Burnley.
They're
And Sheffield.
going
I think
down.
Burnley and Sheffield is dead.
Yeah, they're going down for sure. For sure. I don't see where Burnley gonna get their another win, and then Sheffield. You just know Arsenal gonna wipe the floor with them tomorrow, and then out of all the one that have any chance is Luton, Nottingham Forest, Everton, okay. I don't think Bournemouth play good football, and then
No,
then
Bournemouth. I don't see Bournemouth. I don't see Bournemouth going down. Bournemouth is
yeah,
on 31 points. That is 11 points, above safety. So I don't see
Brentford.
them. Yeah. Bournemouth is on
Now,
31
so what
points.
about Brentford? Brentford is close to the
Brentford,
drop. 6 points after drop.
yeah, they're 6 points off the drop. I think they have too much quality though. I just see Brentford. It's just down to Everton and Forest. That's what I feel.
That's what you think, Everton and
Yeah, I think it's
Forest.
just down to Everton and Forest.
So you think Luton can close that gap?
Yeah, because all right,
They
so
play Crystal Palace next. Away to Crystal Palace.
yeah, but
That's
look at
gonna be
Luton
a
Town fixtures. They only have Spurs, Arsenal, and City. In the you said in the top six. Yeah, everyone else, their fixtures is looking really good. Look, they can survive. They have, as you said, Palace next, Bournemouth next, and Forest next. Those games they have to get something. But away away at the London Stadium against Tottenham, away at Emirates, and then away at Etihad. Nothing in those games. But when you go down further, the last three fixtures of the season is home to Everton, away to West Ham, and home to Fulham. So you
Who
can see that, and even they have Brentford at home, they have Bournemouth at home. So they have a pretty good, probably more than, I'm gonna see, let's see, one, two, three, four, five home games left. If they can pick up probably
Forest?
three
Forest,
points.
Brighton. They have to go away to Brighton. That should be a very difficult game for Forest.
Yeah. So, Forest, you look at Forest right there. Forest have in our way to Brighton, they have City, and they look Brighton. Forest is another team. They only have Spurs and City. So you see that these teams are having. I mean, Forest have Chelsea also at home. But not many big guns left back to play. Let's look at who Everton have left. They have Everton. Next Premier League game will be at Old Trafford. They still have the Merseyside derby left. They still have to go to St James Park. They still have to go to Stamford Bridge.
That's a lot of hard game.
And they still have to go to the Emirates. So they have a whole lot of games.
Yes, that's some. If on paper, that's second, them can lose those games.
Everton lose those games. So it's all up to what they do outside of those 4 games against Chelsea, Arsenal, Newcastle, and no, 5, and then the Merseyside, and then the game at Old Trafford they have next. So let's see what they're going to do. But if Luton Town picked up some points, and then Nottingham Forest started picked up some points. Remember, Everton Everton got that 5 points. Remember, they got that 5 points. That 10 points was deducted, so they got back 5 points on the board. So they're lucky. If those 5 points never given
They
back
were
to
in
them,
the drop.
they would have been in the drop, and it would have been a scrappy, relegation to get out of. But what's up we have next, but Leon Bailey, shout out the man again. Hope it can continue for the rest of the month. Because our big game is 2 weeks away against the US. So, Ollie Watkins. A lot of people have been saying since he scored those 2 goals and Luton that Ivan Toney cannot get in around this England team coming, into the Euros.
I will still take Tony to the Euros over Watkins. I think Tony bring a little bit different. I think there's height. If City, if the England in a different scenario where they need to play along, I think Tony can win ball. I think I like Watkins, but I think Watkins is a one-dimensional striker.
Yeah.
He's likely to be played behind. Which Tony, Tony can come deep, link up play. He have the height. He have the. I just believe it all depends on what. Because you have Hurricane, which is just the all rounder. You have everything. You don't need to do anything. Hurricane will score his head. You have the link up play.
Yeah.
You can go play behind. So it's all up to what Southgate want for his secondary striker.
Yeah.
Even though, if you really think about it, Kane gonna play like 90 minutes almost every game in the Euros. So
And the thing, when you really look at England, when you look at England group, they have Denmark, they have Slovenia, Serbia. Those teams naturally going to sit back on England.
Yeah.
So you see that England, going to have players that drop in, players running off the shoulder of Hurricane. You're going to have, you see that Kyle Walker, whoever it is, Trent is going down that right side, getting in, crossing to the box. And I would say for English strikers, Hurricane and Ivan Toney's most lethal players when it comes on with their head. And whoever is going to play at left back, Luke Shaw, whoever it is, Ben Chilwell, they always going to get crosses into the box. So those 3 teams, the Danish, the Serbs, and the Slovenians, they're going to sit back, 90% of the game and try to hit England and the counter. So England needs something different, So it will be a blessing, to see, Watkins. He cannot.
How many strikers they can bring?
Huh?
How many strikers they can take?
you can take any amount of striker they want. But naturally, England normally bring, since recently, remember when England used to play that 4-4-2, they used to have like 4 strikers. But now, the modern time, I think since 2014, they naturally just bring, if they bring 3 strikers,
Yeah.
kudos. But just because now the game have changed, wingers can play number 9s like Marcus Rashford, players like that, and Raheem Sterling, so they naturally normally bring 2 out and out natural number 9 in their squad. So, I mean, Watkins is in a rich vein of farm, the only player to have goal involvements, in double figures, so let's see. Watkins have to go, but it would be very disappointing though to see that Ivan Toney didn't get that opportunity, as what happened.
If me and Southgate, I tried a way to bring 3 of them. Keane, Ivan Toney, and Watkins. I tried to bring 3 of them. If it was up to me, because I think he's gonna be the extra defender because he's so defensive. So I can see him bring a more extra defender instead of extra attacker. Because he's negative. He want to play 3 at the back.
For me, England team, Reece James gonna get dropped. No way he can.
No. Reece James is not even in the equation. Like he's not.
So
it's not about. It's a debatable. He's not fit. He's just not gonna be fit enough.
It's Skywalker and Trent going to be in that right back position. Then you're going to have Stones, Harry Maguire.
What about Trippier?
You see, that's another thing. That's another thing. Trippier.
And that's why I think. That's why I think he's gonna bring an extra defender instead of extra striker.
You probably could bring Trippier as look. Ben Chilwell is not the rich vein of farm. Luke Shaw in and out of the team injured. Who else is the next left back?
I think it will be Trippier and Luke and Luke Shaw is not gonna be fit.
Luke Shaw is fighting to be fit for the end of the season.
I think he's gonna be Trippier
Trippier can come as a left back.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at that kid at Newton Town, Doherty. I'm looking at him. Can he be a sub?
I doubt it.
Can he? But he's really good. He created
a good, but depends on. It has to be a situation where Chidwell get injured, Trippier get injured, Luke Shaw get. It has to be something like that. I don't think he's just gonna pick him up, and he have not tried him in no international game. And I think Southgate is so pragmatic manager. He just don't think out of the box.
So
that's what I think.
This is Southgate last back four that he used in the Euros against Macedonia. Yeah, he started Rico Lewis at left back.
Rico Lewis.
But Rico Lewis isn't getting in around this Manchester City team right now.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna make it. I don't.
You have Crystal Palace captain Mark Guy, Harry Maguire. Both of them as center of partnership and Kyle Walker in the right back. So and Trent in the middle with Declan Rice. The next one they played against Malta. I give you that one. He started Tamori at left back, Maguire, Guy, and Trippier. And I feel like he's going to play Trent in the midfield because he has been trying out Trent in the midfield for some time now.
Yeah.
A lot of people is talking about, this kid from Manu, Menu. He's maybe can get picked in the team, but it's going to be very
crazy. Difficult.
Yeah,
when this one coming up?
Huh?
When those the team are gonna be picking their team?
I don't know as yet because they have. I feel like it might be before they know they always play some friendly games before an international tournament. So England will play Brazil in March and Belgium. Those are their 2 games in the March window. And then for the 2 friendlies before the Euros, it's against Bosnia and Iceland the 3rd and 7th of June. So I figure out in around that period, the 23 squad will be named. So, but look for the professional squad just before the season end up. Maybe. Yeah, but do we have anything else to talk about? I think we need to build a show on that England roster. Yeah, but Tottenham have found a way again, man. It's like all the big teams have found a way just to came back to get 3 points. Yeah, that is a you saw that as a free kick?
Yeah,
Astonishing.
brilliant, brilliant.
Astonishing, man. What's you think that boy's best position is?
Number 10.
Number 10.
Right, you're right there in the striker.
Give him that free license to go anyway. And he's another player that in for a shout. 6 goals, 1 assist this season. You know what I mean? He's battling with injuries now and then, played 17 games. But he's gonna for a shout for the England team also, but it's just going to be difficult for him because you have Jude, you have Madison, so
Cole Palmer.
You have Cole Palmer. So yeah, it's going to be very difficult for him. But Tottenham also won that game. Came from 1-0 down to score 2 goals in 3 minutes. Yeah, Timo Werner get 2 1-on-1, missed them. But he's
Timo Werner.
But yeah, I think that's it for the show. I mean, Bournemouth, as I said, Bournemouth beat Burnley 2-0, very comfortable one. Newcastle, big win at home against Wolves. Yeah, big win. I didn't watch that game. Isak is scoring goals. Yeah. Every time when Isak is fit, Callum Wilson.
How many times these two players gonna be injured this season?
Every time when Callum Wilson injured, Isak fit. When Isak injured,
I think they're forcing them back too much. I know they don't already have no more. I think that in the summer they really need to go do some business. Yeah, I think in the summer. I know they're fighting financial fair play, but in the summer they really need to do some shopping and bring in some players because it is crazy.
It's just like Luton coach Amar Bell got injured against Manchester City, and he hobbled off. They said it was a tight hamstring, and then he played him against Aston Villa, and he came off in the 6th minute again.
Yeah, I think they're forcing these. I understand they don't really have the players to come in and help out, but they're forcing the players back too much.
Yeah, I think we need to set up a video where we talk about this England team and the rest of international teams, because when you even look at this young kid from Anderson said, Omar said, Warner is not good. I wonder if that's Omar, enough my brethren that live in Canada. If it's you, put up a thumbs up. If it's you, if Omar that live in Canada. Yeah, but that player, for Everton, what's his name? Bradwaite? Or it's you, bless up, brother. Bless up. Really appreciate. Bradwaite, he's a young player. Sorry, he linked with Real Madrid, in the La Marca and in the Spanish newspaper. So very credible newspaper there. He has a good potential. Maybe they said he's the next John Stones. Let's see if he can fulfill that potential. But we have come to the end of the show, man. Yeah, we have come to the end of the show. As we know, it was going to be very quick and spicy. Arsenal tomorrow, Paul. Arsenal play at Bramall Lane. What do you expect?
Take it from me, people. Go to the betting shop. It's Arsenal 6. Sheffield United 0. They get that from me. Betting, man. Arsenal that was something about 6. Sheffield United. I've never seen a team that so poor. Remember Derby County?
2008 with our.
Oh, how many games them with Derby? That's I remember. That was probably one of the worst.
Yo, I don't know. Hold on, I don't know Omar. I don't know if we still have a number because the other day,
one Bob Marley Arsenal again. Asa. If Sheffield United win tomorrow, stop the podcast. I swear. There's no way Arsenal go this and lose.
Yo, Omar, you have to go link me and give back your number because I don't have a number, brother. I don't have a number. I need back your number in my phone, but it not save as a name because something happened to my phone the other day, where it, all of my contact them,
So
I have to,
use iCloud, forget back everything.
no, the number them saving at the phone, but for some reason the name them just
Oh, the name,
you
the
see
name
it,
them
so
gone. Oh
yeah, so the
shit.
name them gone. Omar, so just link me if you still have my number. If you want my number, me can tell you, yeah, but link me so me can get back your number. Alright, so are you that, yeah, the 647. Alright. Yeah, man. Yo, if you tell me if you want to come on the show, come on a reason to you, brother, man. You're a coach, He's a coach, Pooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, he's a coach, man. Coach young kids in Canada, man. If you want to come on the show, man, you link, man, I can hold a reason. If you want to talk about the Reggae Boy games is coming up. Yeah, Omar need some people on the panel to discuss that game. And I was in Canada the other day. See, because I don't even have a number, I was in Canada the other day watching the Reggae Boy game, in Toronto. So I know, I think he was saying he live all the way up in Canada. See, Alberta, really cool. Paul, you live in Canada?
Hell no. I would never live in. They even want to live in New York again. Must it's Canada? No, sir. I'm good in California, bro. I'm good. I don't want to deal with no more snow. No, sir.
Wicked, man. Wicked in Canada, man. Wicked. 45 minutes from Toronto. Man, you see it? We could have link up, brother. Could have link up and got the match, but yeah, man. Just let me know what is what, man, my brother, man. We can do some content together. You see, you know the football and you're a coach, Come from under your bed, man. But Paul, we're gonna wrap up, I'm going to watch some JPL game right now.
Yeah, man, that is it.
Yeah, man.
Bless up on yourself, people, Don't forget to go over Daniel Football Show. Subscribe to the
Extra
channel.
time later.
Yeah, man, extra time. People, extra time later, we're going to talk about the controversial call in the Valencia Real Madrid game, and then if you look at game Barcelona
Napoli
later,
play Juventus later.
So if you don't watch the Bundesliga, Italian league, the Spanish league, the French league, just go over there, so go subscribe. Danny Football Show right on top of it. But respect. Yeah,
man. Napoli playing Juventus around 15 minutes before the 3 o'clock, 15 to 3. I know Daniel De Rossi is 1 point from top 4 in the Serie A this season. Omar said I will be open to chat later. All right, I will send you the link so we can talk about some football a little more. So we talk about everything outside of the Premier League, the Bundesliga, the Italian Serie A and stuff like that. Now we also talk about the Reggae Boys international players that playing around the world, especially in the MLS. The MLS going. I know that Andre Blake is out injured. I'm a bit worried about this Reggae Boys team right now. Yeah, I'm a bit worried. We have a lot of injuries, man, and 2 suspension. I heard that Damian Lowe is not feeling so wonderful. So I don't know what is going to happen. What is going to happen with this? Jamaica played Trinidad today in a friendly game. The local players played Trinidad today at 3 p.m. on Sportsmax. Yeah, they played later.
All right, then.
So later is the extra time. On Daniel Football Show. So Omar, later around what time, Pooh? Remember in 3 hours behind.
Yeah, I would say 4 o'clock California time. So that would be like
7 p.m.
Yeah, 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Eastern time.
Yeah, 7 p.m. Eastern time. So all right then. Catch you in 5 hours from now.
Yeah.
Catch you in 5 hours from now. So yeah, man. Bless up, people. Thanks for watching. This is Mikaya Media House.